bad words, but little Gianna...
She took a big liking to that song, and one day we were driving in the car, and she just said the whole thing.
So Mom tried the bathroom technique she'd seen online.
Are you saying them?
Uh-huh.
Get them out.
Stinkin'
Stinkin' was her favorite. She said it 3 times.
Did you get them all out?
No.
She softly mouthed an everyday barnyard profanity. And finally,
Say all the bad words you want right now.
she dropped a nearly inaudible F-bomb. You're a 2-year-old kid. Where do you hear bad words?
I go in the bathroom and say them.
Her mom says she's trying to take the seductive, forbidden, exciting feel out of swearing, and it sort of feels like it's working.
She's asked to go back in the bathroom twice since that.
She treated her first time cussing in the bathroom like a video blog.
Hi guys. The bear was a power than you.
As for her favorite word,
Stinkin' ass.
turns out Gianna picked that up from her mom's fiance, saying it to their cat when he bites. When it comes to stinkin', Gianna swears by it. Ginimos.
Your princess.
CNN.
You're a stinking princess.
New York.
Oh my goodness. My favorite part is when she goes, "Hi guys, we're making a video
That was
in
the
here."
best part.
It was
I
so funny.
died laughing. Okay, her face where she just she looks so accomplished right after saying it. She's like looking at herself in the mirror and then just was like so satisfied with herself. That was my favorite part. Oh man. Kids
Maybe
these
not
days.
the technique for everybody though.
Yeah, I don't know if I do that.
No, I don't.
It's kind of funny though and cute. Well, coming up in our next hour of Good Morning Northwest, lingering questions remain after a 22-year-old Yakima man was shot and killed at a dog park in the middle of a mental health crisis. A new proposal in the state legislature aims to allow for increased taxes without having to get it approved by voters, but it could have a positive impact for low-income individuals in the justice system. And meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica DeLal. It's 6:01. It's Friday, February 9th. Happy Friday to everybody. We're going to start this Friday morning off by checking in on that weather forecast. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona has how it's looking outside. Good morning, Tiffany. I hear you're tracking some rain.
Yes, we are tracking a little bit of light rain across parts of the region this morning. Not everyone still seeing the rain. We did see rain overnight in the Tri-Cities, only amounted to a trace, but most of the activity winding down. You can see the little bit of light rain into Benton City at this time. Also some light rain pushing through Hermiston and Walla Walla. Look at that snow falling along the Blues. That's where we could see an additional 2 to 4 inches of fresh snow, which is great for the ski resorts. Temperatures right now into the mid and upper 30s. We don't have a temperature reading in the Tri-Cities. That's because the sensor is down. It'll probably be up shortly. Here's your commute. I think we're drying things out for many of you during your morning commute, but the pavement may be a little bit wet. Temperatures in the 30s. This evening, make sure you have the sunglasses. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds, highs around 50 degrees, and the weekend is looking pretty nice. So we'll have that full forecast, and we'll also have the big game forecast in case you're traveling for it or hosting a party. That's all coming up in a bit. Jessica.
Thank you, Tiffany. And last year, 22-year-old Daniel Ortega was fatally shot at the Randall Dog Park in Yakima. The prosecutor announced his decision not to file charges last week. But in a story you'll only see here, new public records information uncovered by Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell has led to lingering questions, like why the shooter wasn't charged for carrying a concealed weapon without a permit, or why help did not arrive until it was too late. And we do want to warn you, the following story contains 911 calls, including one where you can hear the fatal shot ring out. So viewer discretion is advised.
The information that's been released to the public so far tells the story of Ortega's death through the eyes of witnesses and of the man who shot him. But what it doesn't tell is the story of what happened leading up to the shooting, what his family has gone through since, and the fact that 62 minutes before he died, Ortega was on the phone with 911 asking for help.
I'm angry because I feel like the system failed Daniel. I feel like our Yakima County failed Daniel.
Because just an hour before he died, he was on the phone with 911.
Are you near Hummingbird Lane?
Yes, I need help.
Okay, are you in danger?
Yes, I feel like I am.
Okay, from who?
From everybody.
Minutes later, Ortega called 911 again.
Hello, I need help. Sorry.
No emergency? What's going on?
It is an emergency, that's why I called you.
Based on the approximate location, the call was transferred to dispatchers at the Yakima County Sheriff's Office, but
one of the challenges that was faced with those particular calls is there was a ping in the area, but the caller refused to give an address.
Authorities say a sergeant with the sheriff's office called back and talked to Ortega for 28 seconds before he hung up. And the next two calls went straight to voicemail. No units were dispatched, and an hour later, Ortega ended up at the dog park, his behavior prompting witnesses to call 911.
Coming up a dog park on 48th in Washington, and there's a gentleman here that seems to be on drugs and just
2:35 p.m. 56 seconds.
Extremely aggressive with everybody that's down here right now.
Authorities say there was no mention of a gun at the time, so it was classified as an erratic mail, a lower priority call. They say at the same time, all officers were out on higher priority calls, including a shots fired, a hit and run, and an assault.
I don't have an officer for you right now. They're tied up in other emergencies. Give me a call back if anything changes, okay? But keep yourself safe.
Authorities say it wasn't until shortly after the second man called 911, when he mentioned Ortega was saying he had a gun, that the call rose to a higher priority, and they started the process of trying to get units dispatched. In the meantime, the first man called 911 again, as Ortega was yelling out at a man and his child. And when Ortega got closer, that man pulled out a gun.
He has a gun on him in the dog park. Grab the dog. Grab the dog. Chips, come here, bud. Hey, come here. They just shot him. They just shot him. He just shot the guy right now. Chips, come here. Chips, come here, buddy. Chipsy.
Someone needs to take this.
The man who shot Ortega called 911 less than 2 minutes later.
I'm just calling in. I just had to shoot a guy here at the dog park.
Authorities say the first unit was dispatched a minute and a half after the possibility of a gun was first mentioned, and 28 seconds after the shot was fired. But the first officer didn't arrive until 4 minutes and 10 seconds after Ortega had already been shot.
They're here to serve and protect. They didn't serve Daniel and they didn't protect him.
But the city says the calls were handled the way they were supposed to be.
There are protocols in place for receiving calls and determining the severity of the call, and also whether or not there are officers that are available to be dispatched. All of those protocols, all of those procedures were followed according to the policy that exists for Suncom.
Police notified next of kin of Ortega's death, but within hours named him in a press release posted on Facebook.
So that's how I found out, through social media.
The family reading comment after comment, most disparaging Ortega's character.
How, mean people can get when they know somebody's on drugs, instead of giving them that chance and figuring out what their story is.
My nephew was a human being, and they're treating him like if he was a piece of trash. Like it didn't matter.
They buried Ortega without answers. Ortega's aunt says she tried to contact the prosecutor 4 times over the past year to get information, but ended up on the phone with the receptionist each time, getting limited information. Then, nearly a year after Ortega's death, Yakima County Prosecuting Attorney Joe Brusick announced his decision not to file charges.
Because we could not prove the absence of self-defense. We believe that self-defense was a defense that would be made in this case, and that it would be acceptable to the jury, and they would find Mr. Tellis not guilty because of it.
But no one told Ortega's family.
I found out the social media again, so they did it to me. again.
Through investigative reports, I also learned that the man who shot Ortega was carrying a concealed weapon, despite the fact that the license giving him the legal right to do so had been expired for months. Something I asked Brusick about.
Did he face any consequences?
No, he did not. No.
Why is that?
At the time, he lawfully possessed the firearm, and no decision was made on that particular case, and we're not charging him with any crime.
But the consequences for Ortega and his family have been dire.
I go through it every day. I suffer every day thinking about my son.
They say it's not only the pain of losing a loved one.
I feel like I'm with him down there. Like, I'm so empty inside.
But knowing that the world will only ever know Ortega through the worst and last moments of his life.
He was on drugs, you know, but he was still a good person. He wasn't a bad person, you know. He tried his best.
This could have been their kid too, their nephew, their friend.
The family tells me that's their biggest fear, that this could happen to another person, another loved one, going through a mental health crisis or under the influence. And with the decision already made in Ortega's case, they don't know where to go from here. Reporting from the Yakima newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Emily. And now to a proposal championed by State Senator Nikki Torres missed a key cutoff deadline in the legislature this year. It was designed to make the state shoulder more of the cost for the Office of Public Defense. An especially big concern in Franklin County, the Office of Public Defense is struggling to find the money to pay for lawyers to defend those who are charged with crimes but cannot afford legal counsel. According to County Administrator Mike Gonzalez, this is another instance of the government requiring counties to do something without giving them a way to pay for it.
Right now, we're having to go out to the private sector and hire defense lawyers that have those Class A felony status. And minimum, it costs $25,000 for a murder case.
In addition to more funding, the Office of Public Defense also needs more experienced lawyers to defend people in court.
There's more provisions and more rules in place for lawyers. They have to have more credentials than even a prosecutor when they defend somebody. So to defend a Class A felony like a murder, you have to have so much courtroom time. So I can't hire a person out of Gonzaga Law School and say, okay, go defend this guy or this woman. It just doesn't work that way. And part of that is the state puts in protection measures because you want a good person that can defend you. Because the stipulations are so high, that means the costs are even more for us to go get a private lawyer that can defend somebody.
State Senator Nikki Torres has proposed a new bill that would create an internship program for law students with pay and housing stipends. And that's for law students in rural areas. That proposal is currently awaiting a vote in the full Senate. And do you like to ski? If so, you're going to want to enter to win this great prize package of 2 nights and 4 lift tickets to Schweitzer Mountain. Just visit applevalleynewsnow.com and click on contests, and soon you could be on the slopes of one of the Pacific Northwest's great ski resorts. We'll choose a winner at random after February 15th, so get your entry in soon. Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, following a series of scary incidents in the skies, a bipartisan group in Congress wants the FAA to update the way it addresses mental health issues for pilots. And looking outside, it's still dark, but traffic seems to be moving along. Sunrise is at 7:09. We'll be back with more headlines right after this.
A rookie stunt driver. Again. Will prove he's got what it takes in this year's most exciting Nissan sales event.
Get 1.9% financing for 60 months on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
Act fast. Offers this good won't stick around.
Lust, greed, betrayal. This is one of the most complex investigations I've ever seen.
No one could have fathomed how twisted this story would become.
Sealed with a Kill. 2020, tonight on ABC.
It's time to play Get to Know the Raptors and Alice. Favorite food?
Pizza, duh. Ribeye steak, rare.
A bowl of cantaloupe the size of a swimming pool.
Favorite triple play attraction?
2 words, arcade. The entire Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park.
Zipline. It's great for talking with guests.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, ropes course, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Cantaloupe? Really?
Steak, really?
It's the President's Day mattress event at Walker's, where this week when you purchase a Serta iComfort or a Beautyrest Black Hybrid, you'll get up to $300 of free furniture plus a $100 prepaid MasterCard with special financing available now. This week at Walker's.
Great party, Carlene. You must have blown your budget.
Not exactly.
You have great wine, name brand snacks, tons of meat, and where did you get this imported cheese?
Hello, grocery outlet, bargain market.
Getting ready to watch your team play the big game? Or still sad they didn't make it? Either way, scan to save big.
Grocery outlet, bargain market.
Hot tub, hot tub, hot tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2024 inventory. Today through Sunday. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2024 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
A rookie stunt driver.
Again.
Will prove he's got what it takes in this year's most exciting Nissan sales event.
Get 1.9% financing for 60 months on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
Act fast. Offers this good won't stick around.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your health news, Congress is calling on the Federal Aviation Administration to change how it addresses mental health for pilots. In a letter to the FAA, a bipartisan group of 45 members said it must reduce the stigma around the issue. This comes on the heels of an incident in October when an off-duty Alaska Airlines pilot had an in-flight breakdown. Pilots who currently say they have some sort of mental problem during mandatory physicals could lose their ability to fly. On Tuesday, FAA Administrator Mike Whitaker testified before the House Aviation Subcommittee that it's time for the department to update its approach to mental health. And up next on Good Morning Northwest, the annual Craft Brew and Bacon Festival is back in Tri-Cities. And when we come back, we take a look at what's in store for festival goers this weekend. And looking outside, the temperature is not currently up, the sensor is down, but it is a little dry when I was coming in. However, our meteorologist Tiffany Savona is tracking rain across the region. She'll have more in that first alert full forecast. We'll be right back.
Every 15 minutes, someone is involved in a semi-truck collision in the U.S. Whatever the cause, big trucks mean big crashes, resulting in serious, even fatal injuries, large medical bills, and loss of wages. If you've been injured in a crash with a big rig, call Abeta Nelson Injury Law today. We've handled the most big truck accidents in Central Washington over the last 40 years, recovering millions for our clients. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
So, what did we learn today? That Spectrum One gives people everything that they need at a great price. And what are those things?
Super fast internet.
Comes with it, yes.
A line of unlimited mobile.
Now we're cooking, yes, comes with it.
Free advanced Wi-Fi.
Also comes with it. What else do people want, guys?
A sense of purpose and direction in life.
It does come with state-of-the-art security features, which is kind of like the same thing.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month with free advanced Wi-Fi and a free line of unlimited mobile for 12 months. Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store today.
Meet David Silva of Athena, Oregon, an Apple Valley News Now viewer and Stacy Lee fan.
Stacy Lee covers the whole Columbia Basin, not just Tri-Cities and Yakima.
Stacy Lee, First Alert Weather from Apple Valley News Now.
She's there for all of us.
On your side.
We're embarrassed. We didn't even do anything.
Next live, feud star Diane Lane and Bargains with Monica Mangan.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning and happy Friday, everyone. It's a wet start to your Friday in some locations. We had an upper level disturbance move through overnight, brought us some light rain, and here are the totals as of 12 hours, over the past 12 hours, I should say. Walla Walla picking up now 0.14 of an inch as it's still raining there. Pendleton still raining 0.05. Hermiston only 0.03, and a trace recorded in the Tri-Cities. So it certainly add up to much, but we did have that light rain pass through overnight, and it's ending from north to south. Notice that we have a little bit of that light rain now in Hermiston, Pendleton, and Walla Walla. Look at all the blue, though. That is where the snow is falling and adding up along the blues, and that is where we do have a winter weather advisory in effect. I'll get to that in just a minute. It's 35 in Walla Walla, 36 in Pendleton, 37 in Prosser, 38 at Hanford, 35 in Yakima. We do not have a reading for the Tri-Cities because that sensor is still down. So that'll pop in as soon as that sensor is up and running. But it's most likely in the upper 30s because that's what it was before the sensor went down. And we have a lot of clouds out there. So you can see overnight, that rain was a little bit more widespread, still very light in intensity. And now the shower activity diminishing as it pushes off to the south. But we're still seeing that snow along the blues in Washington and Oregon. That is where that winter weather advisory is in effect, where an additional 2 to 4 inches will be possible, and that will be winding down this afternoon. Here's what to expect today. That wet weather pushing to our south, the snow ending across the blues, and we'll see more sunshine this afternoon as temperatures climb to around 50 degrees in the Tri-Cities, Hermiston, 45 in Walla Walla, 50 degrees in Yakima. Overnight, partly cloudy. That may allow some patchy fog to develop, and that could be concerning because look at the numbers. They're down below freezing. So if that fog does develop, we could be dealing with some freezing fog in the morning. Still some question whether that'll happen, but keep it here. Stacy Lee will have an update later on today. As we take a look at your Saturday forecast, there's not much to show here on our Futurecast, but I do want to show you how much sunshine we're expecting as we head into tomorrow. It's been a while since we've seen a mostly sunny day. High temperatures tomorrow, upper 40s, close to 50 degrees, 49 in the Tri-Cities, 45 Walla Walla, and 47 in Yakima. If you're going to be heading to any big game parties on Sunday, well, the weather won't slow you down. We'll see mostly cloudy skies, highs around 49 degrees, and the forecast in Vegas is looking good after it's been a very wet week. 54 degrees around kickoff as the 49ers take on the Chiefs in Allegiant Stadium. Of course, that does have a roof, though. 50 degrees today in the Tri-Cities, looking great tomorrow, 49. More clouds on Sunday, and then turning a little bit more unsettled next week. Yakima, 50 degrees, 47 Saturday, 47 on Sunday, slight chance for a shower or two, and then better chances for more rain and possibly mixing with snow by the middle of next week. Showers ending this morning in Walla Walla. Tomorrow's drier, and then we do have those small chances for rain in the forecast next week. Hermiston looking good once that rain exits this morning. Highs around 50. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. Brew fans and bacon fans, tomorrow is a celebration combining the two that, at a distance, may not seem to correlate. Apple Valley News Now's Riley Fitzgerald joins us live in studio. Good morning, Riley. What do people need to know about this festival?
Good morning, Jessica. The 9th annual Craft Brew and Bacon Festival opens its doors tomorrow night from 6 to 10. It's at the Three Rivers Convention Center, and I'm told it's going to be an exciting night with a little bit of something for everyone. Craft breweries and restaurants will be there with their brews, ciders, wines, seltzers, and more. There's even a competition for the best bacon bite voted on by the attendees. I talked with Sybil Young, the sales and marketing director with the Three Rivers Convention Center. She says it brings all of the best to one place.
There is so many options to try in one place. Yes, you can go to a Taps House and you can get a lot of options, which is still a great thing to do. But here you've got 30 different breweries in one spot, and they're all bringing multiple beers or different beverages. And so it's a really great opportunity to kind of hone in on what you like or try something new that maybe you don't want to buy a whole pack at the store.
Young also says in the beginning, the event used to just be in the Great Hall. It's since expanded to the whole building. She also says it sells out every year and there's not much time left to get tickets. I asked if there were any plans to make the event bigger. Young says the Three Rivers Convention Center is working right now on a project that could impact a lot of events in the future.
The Convention Center is working on an expansion project, so fingers crossed in a few years we should have significantly more space so that we could really continue to grow this event. We're kind of waiting that one out to see how that goes before we try to change the event too much otherwise.
She says the convention center is working through funding, getting permits, and getting the ball rolling on a groundbreaking schedule for this expansion project. At the Craft Brew and Bacon Festival, there's 30 breweries, about 10 restaurants, game tables, karaoke, live entertainment, and more. Again, it's tomorrow from 6 to 10 at the Three Rivers Convention Center, and tickets sell out quick. In studio, I'm Riley Fitzgerald. Jessica, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Riley, and that sure sounds like a lot of fun. And when we return on Good Morning Northwest, we take a look at a few of the best things to have on hand for the big game this weekend. Let us help you get ready for your Super Bowl party. That's next.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Guess that's what American Family Insurance is for. He's the wise twin.
Save up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto insurance today.
Navigating a real estate transaction can be overwhelming, from finding the right property to navigating the closing process. That's why a successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process, an in-house marketing team to maximize your home's exposure, transaction coordinators to ensure accuracy throughout the transaction, and a network of local industry experts. With Windermere on your side, you can have peace of mind and confidence in your real estate journey.
Enjoy nature with McBee Mountain being a short hike away, and return to Anilari, where every sip of wine showcases Washington's beautiful terroir. Try one of Anilari's house-made pizzas where creativity and unique flavors change seasonally to pair with their delicious full-bodied wines. Take in the views of Red Mountain and experience the true meaning of farm to table, showcasing the fruit of the land and their efforts. Make your reservation to visit Anilari Winery today.
Dishwasher on the fritz, laundry giving you fits, a water heater that quits. In a world without Culligan, hard water makes life harder. Get a Culligan softener, the world's best. Put your water worries to rest.
The President's Day Overstock clearance is kicking off early at all Walker's Furniture and Mattress stores with special offers and overstock discounts on over $10 million of in-stock furniture and mattresses for every room in your home.
Get that new bedroom set or that living room furniture you've been waiting for, or the new hot styles that just arrived with 0% interest financing, making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less at Walker's.
Lust, greed, betrayal. This is one of the most complex investigations I've ever seen.
No one could have fathomed how twisted this story would become.
Sealed with a Kill, 2020, tonight on ABC.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Guess that's what American Family Insurance is for. He's the wise twin.
Save up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto insurance today.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Riley, it's time for my favorite thing.
Football?
No, God, no, never. I'm talking about food and fun party hosting tips. Perfect. So we're talking about the big game day on Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. And if you're hosting a party or even just going to one, you might be looking for some tips on, how to make some quick and easy recipes, right?
Definitely.
So whether you're rooting for the Chiefs or the 49ers, these fun and easy recipes that you could put together in a few minutes are a winner.
They are.
So first,
we have these croissant footballs. Honestly, just store-bought croissants with American cheese strips in the form of the laces.
Okay, you
so
killed
easy
it.
to do.
It's great.
Thank you. I feel like I outdid myself because I don't cook a lot, so I'm like, this is an accomplishment for me.
Perfect.
And what do we have next, Riley?
Next, we have a sweet treat, of course. So these are chocolate-covered strawberries that also look like footballs. So fresh strawberries dipped in milk chocolate, melting wafers, the white icing made to look like the football laces.
And these look so good, and they're really nicely done.
They are really nicely done.
I really like them. Again, another easy thing to make. It took a few minutes, really, like 30 minutes.
Fantastic.
And then lastly, we have these pigs in blankets. You guessed it, they look like footballs too. It's just a little smoky wrapped up in crescent rolls, baked at 375 degrees for 12 to 15 minutes. And there's mustard to make the football laces.
And this one might have been the hardest one.
Yeah,
in terms of the mustard.
Because they were so small, and so they kind of came out a little wonky. And the idea was better than how it turned out. This is where, you know, the Pinterest goes wrong. You know, I'm sure some people can relate to it. But I'm gonna go ahead and try some of these.
Yeah.
I'm a big croissant fan. I kind of don't want to mess it up, but I might. Gotta try this now.
Chocolate covered strawberries are my go-to.
Really?
For any family gathering.
We should cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. So we encourage you to try these for your Super Bowl Sunday party. They're really good so far. So we're gonna snack on these.
Yes.
But don't go anywhere because we'll be right back.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
Here at the clinic, we stay up to date on the latest research and we offer cutting-edge therapies. We treat a number of different conditions, specifically Parkinson's disease, stroke recovery, traumatic brain injury, fibromyalgia, diabetes. We also treat folks dealing with cognitive decline due to aging.
We all have dreams and ideas about how life is going to be, and then life happens, and it's not necessarily what we pictured. So how do we deal with that? I've lived with multiple sclerosis for years. It's realizing that it's all one system. How do you reset your goals so that you can live a happy, healthy life even with chronic illness? And I can attest, yes, you can. My life is incredibly happy.
We first start by improving oxygen utilization in the cells because healthy cells are well oxygenated. We then work towards improving areas of the brain that are inefficient, and for this we use a number of different modalities. We offer oxygen contrast therapy, hyperbaric oxygen therapy, transcranial photobiomodulation, and our latest addition, brain high-intensity interval training.
We also build a schedule for the patient that makes it easy to adapt their game plan to their lives and the therapies they do inside the clinic. To get started, call 509-783-5465 and schedule an appointment with a client advocate today.
Think warm thoughts. Just think warm thoughts. Driving with the windows down. Yeah. Tubing in the river. Ice cream you have to race to eat before it melts. Backyard bonfires and summer cookouts. Road trips for sun-soaked vacations. Hang in there. Warmer weather is coming. And in the meantime, our entire team at McCurley will be there to make sure you find the right vehicle for your journey and keep it running at its best no matter the temperature, because it's more than a vehicle. It's your way home and out of the cold.
Drive into the new year in a 2024 Mazda CX-30 with 0% financing from McCurley Mazda.
Save thousands on the new Revolutionary Swim Spa at a one-time sale. Today through Sunday. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation and one day only. New 2024 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
I-82's Fred G. Redmond Bridge on Fly the Northwest, Tuesday.
Right now in Good Morning Northwest, the Supreme Court signaled it's poised to back former President Donald Trump in the blockbuster challenge to his eligibility to appear on Colorado's ballot. And the special counsel's investigation into President Biden's handling of classified information has been completed. We'll tell you the findings coming up. And meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 6:33 on Friday, February 9th. Okay. Happy Friday to everybody. Let's start by checking in on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. And Tiffany, what can we expect as we're waking up?
We're starting to dry out in many areas, Jessica, after some overnight rain and mountain snow. All of the rain is now pushing south of the Tri-Cities. So a little bit of rain still falling in the Walla Walla area up toward Dayton, Hermiston, and Pendleton, and that blue indicating snow piling up in the blues this morning, which is certainly good for the ski resorts. Ski Bluewood reporting 3 inches of snow over the past 24 hours. Temperatures are in the 30s. It's 35 degrees in Walla Walla, 31 in Dayton, 36 in Prosser, 39 in Hanford, I should say, and 37 in Connell. Keep in mind the Tri-Cities missing a temperature number because the sensor is down. But that'll be fixed and we'll get that up and running. At least the temperature will appear once the sensor is up and running, I should say. As we take a look at that bus stop forecast, a lot of clouds around this morning, but we will be drying out. Recess, 46 degrees, 50 degrees with more sunshine as the kids are heading home. The weekend is looking really nice. We'll have that full weekend forecast. We'll talk about the big game, and we'll also have your Mountain Pass reports this morning coming up in a bit. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. The U.S. Supreme Court has heard arguments on whether Donald Trump should appear on the 2024 Republican ballot in Colorado. 2 states, Colorado and Maine, determined Trump should be pulled from their ballots based on the Constitution's 14th Amendment. It says certain public officials who have engaged in an insurrection are disqualified from holding public office again. The state's decisions are based on Trump's alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 election and his role in the January 6th Capitol insurrection. During the arguments, Chief Justice John Roberts questioned whether this would lead to other states kicking other candidates off their ballot.
If Colorado's position is upheld, surely there will be disqualification proceedings on the other side, and some of those will succeed. I would expect that a goodly number of states will say whoever the Democratic candidate is, you're off the ballot, and others for the Republican candidate, you're off the ballot, and it'll come down to just a handful of states that are going to decide the presidential election. That's a pretty daunting consequence.
Colorado and Maine's decisions are paused on appeal. Several other key states also attempted to block Trump from the ballot, but those fell flat. President Biden will not face charges for keeping some classified documents at his Delaware home once he left office. Special counsel Robert Hur's report concludes President Joe Biden willfully retained and disclosed classified national security information, which included classified documents and personal notebooks he kept from his days as vice president under the Obama administration. The case shares some similarities with the classified documents former President Donald Trump kept at Mar-a-Lago. But one key difference made her decide Biden should not be prosecuted. And that's because Biden believed he was allowed to keep the documents and turn them over to investigators when he was asked. Convicting him would require proof he intended to break the law. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, who knows who's going to bring home the Lombardi Trophy after the Super Bowl on Sunday? Well, apparently some monkeys do. We'll find out who they picked when we come back. And looking outside, it's getting a little lighter out. Sunrise is at 7:09. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have more in that first alert full forecast. We'll be right back.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. Law is a complicated matter. Our team of experts will fight for you and help you find the best solution for your situation. Don't let life's challenges get the best of you. We're here to help. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit our website at quantumlegal.com.
People are switching to Spectrum Internet.
We count on Spectrum Internet and the advanced Wi-Fi to always keep us connected and protected.
It's so reliable and fast.
Ever since we switched to Spectrum Internet, our daughter's curiosity has a new spark.
Now we're saving a ton.
Amazing.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month with advanced Wi-Fi, free modem, and free security suite for 12 months with no added taxes or fees. Save even more with our new 2-year price guarantee when you level up to 1 gig. Call 1-833-977-4999 or scan to call.
Call now.
When a rookie stunt driver meets the trainer who thought he'd seen it all.
Again.
There's bound to be action. But this is no ordinary blockbuster. It's a Nissan sales event ad. Don't miss your chance to drive away in a new Nissan.
Let's roll.
Now get 1.9% APR financing for 60 months or get $2,000 in MAC cash on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
Act fast. Offers this good won't stick around.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $1,600 off on a new Daikin Fit system and thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Driving with the windows down. Yeah. Tubing in the river. Ice cream you have to race to eat before it melts. Hang in there. Warmer weather is coming. And in the meantime, our entire team at McCurley will be here to make sure you find the right vehicle for your journey, because it's your way home and out of the cold.
Drive into the new year in a 2024 Mazda CX-30 with 0% financing from McCurley Mazda.
Lust, greed, betrayal. This is one of the most complex investigations I've ever seen.
No one could have fathomed how twisted this story would become.
Sealed with a Kill. 2020, tonight on ABC.
We're embarrassed. We didn't even do anything.
Next live, Feud star Diane Lane and Bargains with Monica Mangan.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. So Super Bowl 58 is this Sunday in Las Vegas, and the excitement continues to build for the big game. So in Kansas yesterday, a couple of football experts made their game predictions at the Topeka Zoo. The zoo's monkeys, named Emma and Harry, both made their pick for the Chiefs.
All right. Well, I would trust Emma and Harry with my life. So the monkeys were chosen because they both came to Topeka from San Francisco, home of the 49ers. Once their picks were made, they got to enjoy treats inside Kansas City Chiefs-inspired boxes. Zoo staff say the Super Bowl gives the animals an exciting departure from their daily routines.
We've got monkeys predicting the Super Bowl now, so we'll see if Emma and Harry and the others get it right.
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting.
It is going to be exciting. Do you have any suspicions, any guesses?
No idea. I could not. What about you? Your family, they're a big Chiefs fan, right?
I have family associations to the Chiefs, and so
you kind of have to,
so
or no, do you like to go against them?
No, I go with them.
Okay.
I go with them.
Well, I love anything related to monkeys, so that was very entertaining. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Valentine's Day is coming up, and flowers are a classic gift. But some flowers can also contribute to our changing climate. We have a few ways you can turn your Valentine's Day green when we come back. And looking outside, getting brighter and brighter. Sunrise is at 7:09. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have your first alert full forecast. We'll be right back.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's network free for 30 days?
Here we go.
Hey, I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in my rec room. Yep, it's working.
Test drive U.S. Cellular's award-winning network free for 30 days.
American Idol goes all over the nation.
The hometown's big
and small.
Home is where the dream starts.
Inspiring.
And Idol is where the dream takes off.
You're going to Hollywood.
You make dreams come true.
a great time to improve your sleep and pay less during the President's Day mattress event at Walker's.
Enjoy the best selection of all your favorite mattress brands. And with select iComfort or Beautyrest Black Hybrid mattress purchases, you'll get up to $300 of free furniture plus a $100 prepaid MasterCard, as well as 5 years no-interest financing.
Making it the perfect time to improve your sleep for less.
This week at all Walker's Furniture locations.
Prosser Memorial Health has received a 5-star rating from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Prosser Memorial Health is one of just 483 hospitals nationwide to receive their highest rating, and the only critical access hospital in the state of Washington. For more than 75 years, Prosser Memorial Health has provided high-quality and compassionate care to our communities served. It's our privilege, and we look forward to bringing you a new hospital in 2025. This is how we care.
Great party, Carly. You must have blown your budget.
Not exactly.
You have great wine, name brand snacks, tons of meat, and where did you get this imported cheese?
Hello, grocery outlet, bargain market.
Getting ready to watch your team play the big game? Or still sad they didn't make it? Either way, scan to save big.
Grocery outlet, bargain market.
Before you head for the slopes, catch the Apple Valley News Now Northwest Ski Report. It's on air during weather, online at applevalleyNewsNow.com or on our mobile app. The Northwest Ski Report from Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Schweitzer Mountain Resort in Sandpoint, Idaho.
Today, we seize the day, because at US Cellular, you can get an epic Samsung Galaxy S24 with Galaxy AI.
Even me?
Look under your chair. That's right.
Get the Samsung Galaxy S24 on us, US Cellular.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning and welcome back. We are tracking some light rain to the south of the Tri-Cities. We're still seeing that light rain in Walla Walla and in Pendleton. It looks like a little bit of light rain now on the south side of Hermiston, continuing to push off to the south. So we will be drying things out as we go into the next few hours. However, if you're about to head out the door, keep in mind the roads may be wet from some light rain overnight. If you're traveling along the passes, Snoqualmie Pass, heavy snow right now, traction tires advised. White Pass, just seeing a couple of flurries, no restrictions there. Stevens Pass, it is snowing. Traction tires advised going westbound, but they are required going eastbound. And Manistash, partly cloudy with no restrictions at this time. Now we are seeing temperatures in the mid and upper 30s. 35 Walla Walla, 31 in Dayton, 36 in Prosser, 39 in Toppenish, 35 in Yakima. We're missing a temperature in the Tri-Cities. That's because the airport sensor is down currently, but that will pop in once that is restored. Winds are rather light, and as we take a look at what to expect going forward, you can see an upper level disturbance did dive down from the north and west, I should say, overnight. So the rain was a little bit more widespread overnight while you were sleeping, and now things are kind of winding down. However, the snow is still falling across the Blues, and that's where a winter weather advisory is in effect until 1 o'clock this afternoon for an additional 2 to 4 inches of snow. So that is good news for the ski reports. We're going to have that coming up in just a minute. So all of that wet weather pushing to our south this morning, and then we'll see more breaks in the clouds this afternoon. So you can leave that rain gear at home today. The sun will be out and high temperatures will top out around 50 degrees in the Tri-Cities. Not bad for February standards. 50 in Hermiston, 45 Walla Walla, and 50 degrees in Yakima. Tonight, partly cloudy, some patchy fog may develop, and we'll have to watch for that closely because temperatures are expected to drop below freezing. 30 in the Tri-Cities, 29 Walla Walla, 29 in Yakima. So if that is the case and we have that fog develop, then there could be some patches of freezing fog. Still some question of whether the fog will develop. We'll have to wait and see, but it's certainly a possibility, and we'll be monitoring that very closely. Let's zoom out. If you're traveling this weekend, notice that rain will be pushing back into Seattle as we head into this afternoon, tonight, and during the day tomorrow. It's actually going to be pretty active across the west coast of Washington. Then by Sunday morning, we have some of that rain and snow pushing into Spokane, but we're going to be on the south side of these systems, so we're going to keep it dry primarily across the region. As we take a look at that travel forecast, Seattle 46 today, 49 on Saturday, and then rainy on Sunday. Portland, rainy today, looking drier tomorrow, but rainy again on Sunday for the big game. And then into Spokane, we're mainly dry today, dry with a lot of clouds tomorrow with that rain-snow mix arriving on Sunday. Locally in the Tri-Cities, 50 degrees with afternoon sun, mostly sunny tomorrow. It's going to be a beautiful day, 49. More clouds Sunday, 49. And then more clouds next week with another chance for rain and snow Wednesday, Thursday. Yakima, 50 degrees today, a little bit cooler this weekend, and then better chances for more rain by the middle of next week. Walla Walla, it's still raining, but that rain will be coming to an end over the next few hours. Then we'll see some late day sunshine, 45. More sunshine tomorrow, 45, and then 47 on Sunday. Rain will be ending in Hermiston this morning as well, 50 degrees, and looking great tomorrow, 48. Back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. In environment news, Valentine's Day is a holiday focused on our love for one another. However, it can also be a time to show love for our planet. ABC's chief climate correspondent, Ginger Z, has more.
Flowers, chocolates, and beautiful cards. Valentine's Day. Whether you love it or hate it, it is nearly a $26 billion industry in the U.S. It can also be heartbreaking for the planet. Flowers alone, like the billion-plus roses and carnations that are imported every year from countries like Colombia, create tons of carbon dioxide emissions.
The sourcing for them can be a little bit problematic. A lot of them can be grown chemicals. A lot of them come from South America, so there's a lot of travel involved.
Buying a love-filled houseplant from a local nursery reduces shipping emissions, helps a local business, and can brighten your day.
Humans love to be around nature, and maybe houseplants aren't completely natural because we have them living in pots in our house, but it helps bring nature to us in the house.
While American hearts are still primarily pink and red, there's a growing movement in the UK. It's called Show the Love campaign, and it's turning those hearts green.
We wanted to create a campaign that would bring people together from across political divides, from across different demographic groups, and from all walks of life, so that they could talk about climate change from a shared perspective of the things that they love.
Residents display green hearts in windows across the country and send them to their politicians to remind them of their planetary priorities.
We've had involvement from every corner of the UK, from community groups, schools, football clubs, actors, musicians, and one year even from space. We had a recorded message from the astronaut Tim Peake, and we estimate that at least 1,000 communities get involved in the campaign each year.
I'm Ginger Z.
And we'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast. But first, a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, is now the right time to buy a new car?
It's becoming a buyer's market, and it's a much better time to buy a car.
Experts say dealerships are stocked again after suffering from supply chain backlogs that left many lots low on options for buyers.
Dealerships are oversupplied in a lot of cases, and they're starting to compete with each other by offering incentives that's driving prices down.
Auto analysts say brands with excess inventory like Ford, GM, and Stellantis are most likely to lower their prices. And with the Federal Reserve set to cut interest rates this year, sky-high auto loan rates could also level off.
The Federal Reserve has signaled that they're coming down, and lenders are actually starting to bring them down a little bit ahead of the Fed.
Coming up at 7 a.m., we'll dig into all the pros and cons, including those high interest rates for car loans. With your GMA First Look, I'm Elizabeth Scholze, ABC News, New York.
This is a hot flash. This is a hot flash. But this is a not flash. There's big news for women going through menopause. Veoza, a prescription treatment for moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms, the medical name for hot flashes and night sweats. With hormone-free Veoza, you can have fewer hot flashes and more not flashes. Veoza is proven to reduce the number and severity of hot flashes day and night. For some women, it can start working in as early as 1 week. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Increased liver blood test values may occur. Your doctor will check them before and during treatment. Most common side effects include stomach pain, diarrhea, difficulty sleeping, back pain, and hot flashes. I get a good feeling. Ask your doctor about hormone-free Veoza and enjoy more not flashes.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:53. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in just a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. When it comes to riding the city bus, drivers from Dial-A-Ride are speaking out, saying that over $3 million of outsourced funding will negatively impact disabled riders. For riders with disabilities who live in outlying areas, those rides will soon be contracted out to a private firm, part of a job-cutting initiative that could result in the elimination of as many as 30 positions from BFT. The move could also negatively impact young riders. A proposal from State Senator Nikki Torres would create an internship program for law students with pay and housing stipends. That's for law students in rural areas. A major concern in Franklin County, as the Office of Public Defense is struggling to find the money to pay for lawyers to defend those who are charged with crimes but cannot afford legal counsel. In addition to more funding, the Office of Public Defense also needs more experienced lawyers to defend people in court. The proposal is currently awaiting a vote in the full Senate. U.S. Congresswoman Kathy McMorris Rodgers announces she will not run for re-election as the representative of Washington's 5th District. McMorris Rodgers has served as the 5th District representative since 2004, representing a large swath of eastern Washington, including Spokane and Walla Walla counties, along with part of Franklin County. And McMorris Rodgers serves as the chair for the House Energy and Commerce Committee. Educational Service District 105 has announced the launch of nominations for the Regional Educator of the Year Awards, an annual tribute to exceptional contributors to education across the region. Each year, ESD 105 recognizes people from throughout the region to serve as the Regional Educator of the Year. And the awards are open for nominations from peers, school and district administrators, students, and community members alike. The last day to cast a nomination is March 31st of 2024. The 9th annual Craft Brew and Bacon Festival opens its doors tomorrow night from 6 to 10. It's at the Three Rivers Convention Center. Craft breweries and restaurants will be there with their brews, ciders, wines, seltzer, and much more. There's even a competition for the best bacon bite voted on by the attendees. And when asked if there were plans for expansion, Convention Center officials said they're working through funding, getting permits, and getting the ball rolling on a groundbreaking schedule.
And we're taking a live look out of our Legends Casino camera in Richland. You can see it is getting a little bit brighter. We're about 15 minutes away from the official sunrise. We have a lot of clouds in the Tri-Cities area, and the pavement may be a little bit wet from some overnight rain, but the rain is out of here in the Tri-Cities, so you can leave that rain gear at home today. Still a few lingering showers in Dayton, Walla Walla, Hermiston, and Pendleton, but this rain will be wrapping up shortly. Snow still falling and accumulating in the Blues. Our temperatures are currently in the mid and upper 30s. It's a chilly start out there, and we're missing that temperature in the Tri-Cities because that sensor is down. So in Yakima, mix of sun and clouds today, warming up to around 50 degrees. Not bad for February. 39 with a lot of clouds in the Tri-City at 8, and then temperatures will be climbing as we see more sunshine this afternoon. 50 showers still possible at 8, 9 o'clock in Walla Walla. Then we're drying out. Some late day sunshine possible with highs in the middle 40s, a little bit cooler across the east. Weekend looking great. 49 on Saturday with plenty of sun. 49 on Sunday. If you're going to any big game parties, well, no weather is going to slow you down. Our wet weather returns as a rain-snow mix by the middle of next week. Jessica, over to you. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Tiffany, and thank you for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next. Your local news is back tonight at 5, and you can always find the latest updates on our website. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.